It is now time for the Hello, Mr. President segment. It's a segment that's dedicated solely to you at home and problems you're facing within your community. If you have not yet sent in your videos, please take out your phone and record an up to 1 minute video. Send that video to us via the WhatsApp line 0550-585832 or our email hellomrpresidenttv@gmail.com. And every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. we'll show your videos here on Breakfast Daily, and we'll call on to policymakers to do something about the problem. Today, we're going to go to the Ashanti region, where there's a school that has over 100 students and has only one teacher from KG to primary 3. We'll take a look at the video they sent us and then continue the conversation.
Present. Sabronum Nyamebekyere D Primary School, Ahafwano South East District. My name is Adelaide Benawa Eduse, the headmistress of the school, and I'm the only teacher who takes KG to class 3 people. We need your assistance to come to our aid to help us to get teachers and classrooms as well. Thank you.
Mr. President, we need teachers and classrooms. Thank you. Sabronum Nyamebekyere.
Present. Sabronum Nyamebekyere D Primary School, Ahafwano South East District. My name is Adelaide Benawa Eduse, the headmistress of the school, and I'm the only teacher who takes KG to class 3 people. We need your assistance to come to our aid to help us to get teachers and classrooms as well. Thank you.
Mr. President, we need teachers and classrooms. Thank you. Sabronum Nyamebekyere.
So that's a school in the Ashanti region, and this whole week we've been talking about education and the importance of quality education. And as you can see there, from KG1, KG2, Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, that's supposed to be 5 different classes. At the barest minimum, there should be at least 10 students, 10 teachers, because assuming each teacher would teach a different subject, you can't expect one teacher to service KG1 students, KG2 students, Class 1 students, Class 2 students, Class 3 students on all the subjects. What will be the quality of education that these children will get if this one woman, who's also the headmistress, has to teach all of them at once? We have the assemblyman of the area on the line with us. He will shed more light on why this problem has been going on for years, and GES has done absolutely nothing about it. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It looks like we've lost connections with him. Once we get him back on the line. Okay, you're on the line. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Your line is a bit fading, and I can't get you well.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think it's a bit okay.
Perfect.
I know that's good, but I think I can hear you.
Thank you very much. This is Breakfast Daily on City TV. Can you please tell us a bit about this school that we just watched?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Can you tell us, we're watching a video about a school that has just one teacher taking care of students from KG1 to primary 3. And we wanted to know what you know about this issue.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, the school is Sabronum Nyamebekyere D Basic. Actually, the school comprises of 5 classrooms, which is KG1, KG2, P1, P2, P3. We come out to 5 classes. And the unfortunate thing is that it's only one government teacher who has been posted to the school. So the madam alone is suffering in terms of delivering. How come one teacher can take care of all the 5 classrooms at the same time? So we pleaded to the stakeholders to assist us, but to no avail. So as an assembly member of the area, I decided to employ 2 additional teachers. So, and I'm also a teacher, So at the end of every month, if I collect my mega salary, I decide to give a bit to the 2 teachers that I've employed. So I foreseen that this issue cannot continue too much. So I decided to invite the media to come to my area to see the problem at stake, so that the education directorate will come in, and as individuals or private stakeholders or non-governmental organizations too can come in to assist us. In fact, the school is suffering a lot. I hope you saw the structure on your screen.
We are looking at it right now.
On your screen. So for the structure too, over there is the MP, the Honorable Francis Manu Adabo, the MP for Afaro Southeast District, who donated 6 packets of roofing sheets. And at the same time, he provided 2,000 Ghana cedis to assist us in order to carve the wood to come and roof the structure that you saw on your screen. So that's the problem. That's the problem at stake at Sabronum Nyamebekyere.
How long has this been with the community, and what are the children saying? Because I can only imagine the quality of education they have if they have to be in such a structure with just one teacher.
Please, can you come again?
What are the parents and students saying about this problem?
The parents and the pupils, right?
Yes. Yeah,
the parents over there, from Nyamebekyere to camp, it's about 1.5 kilometers. So the camp school is a bit elevated as compared to Nyamebekyere school. For the camp school, I'm the head of the GHS over there. So the pupils moved from Nyamebekyere to camp initially to get education. So on one occasion, the children were moving from Nyamebekyere to camp, and a car knocked one schoolboy down. And as I speak to you, the boy has been amputated by the leg. So you see, the movement from Nyamebekyere to camp has become a bit difficult to the parents. So as an assembly member of the area, I start with the community people, and the elders, the kids, and the rest. And we came to conclude that we had that madam over there. The madam also was willing to assist us in terms of teaching and learning at Nyamebekyere. So initially, she opened the school as a private. And later on, through her effort and my own effort and the DCE effort, government came in to intervene. And as I speak to you, you can see that the government has been absorbed the school. But the issue at stake right now is that instead of the 5 classrooms to have at least 5 teachers, it's only one government teacher who has been appointed there for the past 1 year. For the past 1 year, only one government teacher is taking care of the kids. So there is a headache to us, both the family, the family, the stakeholders, and the community leaders. This one has become a big deal to us. It's a big challenge to us, and we are pleading to the government to come in to intervene, so that my people or my electoral area, we deserve better. How come 5 classrooms is taking care of only one headmistress? No teacher. She is the headmistress, she is the teacher, she is everything. So imagine when she falls sick and she's not able to come to school. What are the position of the kids being sent to the school? And Nyamebekyere, when you saw the structure of the area, you could see that it's a community, it's a farming community area. So parents just send their work to school, and they also go to farm. Mm-hmm. So assuming that you are a parent, you let your child go to school as early as 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and you decide to go to farm. Just to hear that the madam couldn't come to school because she was sick, or she has attended a meeting at the district level. So the kids were also asked to come home as early as that time, let's say in the morning.
Thank you, Mr. Anabiga. We will try and get a hold of the DCE of the area, because as you said, there's no way these kids will be competitive, even locally. We're not even talking about globally, if this problem is not solved. And if this one woman is sick, that means over 100 students in that school will not have access to quality education, and we cannot continue to let this happen. And we'll be following up on this story till you find a solution. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
And of course, what we showed you there was the Nyamebekyere area in the Ashanti region, where a teacher, one madam, is in charge of 5 different classes: KG1, KG2, Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3, teaching all the subjects. She's also the headmistress of the same exact school. So if this woman is sick, over the 100 students there can't get access to quality education. And that's something that as a nation, we should all be ashamed of, and we should have a sense of urgency to solve. Last week, we brought you a story of a library in the Konfi area where there's only one librarian for the entire community. So if someone needs access to the library and she's not available, they can't get direct access to the knowledge that they need to develop themselves. We'll take a quick look at that video again, and then we'll talk to the stakeholders about it.
Lincoln School at Tom T.I. Amedia Basic School. Fitia Brown Maben School had been known the library and also on near Juma. Onam the Mutia Kuna, ye change Madama. I suppose to say there's Sanka, Mulabay Library Manka, Quadan, Kayan Chinchi, or no then bright, go to Yaba, how you listen. I'm employing some other brain of our now. Say, Ben will be sober to Martina Library now. My time I ever have a guy to be able to you can't say a few. Fill the school and a pie 2 years young the Kaka and Sana Yash school I'll say. But on the library boy in the brew that make good out making kindness, Nelishia, bro, for they are showing the officers from the Wi-Fi, no computers. I'm a tune your diamond.
So that's a resident there and a student talking to us about the fact that they don't have access to the wealth of knowledge that they need to get ahead because there's only one person in this library. We spoke to the DC of this Konfi or Tor area in the central region last week. He told us that he'll come back and give us updates, and he's on the line with us. Good morning, Mr. Bright.
Good morning, my sister.
How are you?
I'm doing so well.
From the sound of your voice, I think you have some good news for us.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. With respect to the library, whatever you said has been found to be true. What is left is for the assembly and precisely the duty of the district chief executive to ensure that there is somebody who mans it as a librarian. We put 1 or 2 things in scope, and we believe that by next week, we materialize. What we are doing, trying to do is to get from 1 or 2 national service personnel or NAPCO personnel for Ghana Library Board to train them as librarians. So far, this is what I'm working on, and to break it. So I believe that in the next couple of weeks, we will be able to.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please. So when will they get the 2 interns again?
Yeah, you know that it's a matter of recruitment. People those personnel have already been positioned elsewhere. So now managers are trying to see how they can do makeshift arrangements. I believe that in the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to come to the head of the whole issue. So let's beat ourselves by 2. We'll get either 2 NAPCO professionals or then we think of how we can have permanency for the whole thing. So that is how far I've gone with it.
Okay, so by the first week of May, we will see 2 national service people there.
Of course.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Mr. Bright, for being with us.
It's a pleasure.
So it looks like we're getting some solutions as far as getting more people to man this library, because last week the people there told us that the library can go for weeks without being opened because a library that's supposed to be for over 3,000 people in the central region, in a Kumfi to be specific, will have just one person manning the entire library. We heard from the librarian herself as well. And we were working on getting the CEO of the Ghana Library Authority on the line with us to also shed light on what they are doing on their end to ensure that libraries like this across the country will not have to deal with just one person and obviously deprive the people there of knowledge that they need to get ahead. So once we have Mr. Hayford Siao on the line, we will talk to him as well. But throughout this conversation, if you're home, please use the hashtag Breakfast Daily and the WhatsApp line 0550-585832 for us to hear from you. Good morning, Mr. Siao. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. And yourself?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
I'm sure you know of what's happening in the central region as far as the library in Ekumfi with just one librarian. We wanted to hear your thoughts on this matter and what you've been able to do on your end to solve it.
All right. Thank you very much for bringing our attention to the issue that is going on in the community some week ago. Our investigation has indicated that the library that was shown on your screens is a school library. The Ghana Library Authority, our mandate is to manage public libraries, and there is a distinct difference between school libraries and public libraries. What we have done for the past 71 years is to provide technical assistance to support school libraries. Now, with this situation, I think it boils down to an issue of leadership at the school level, because within the Ghana Education Service, they have an occupational grouping for library personnel. Unfortunately, what we found out is that the school has not even made it properly clear to GES head office that it has this library and that it requires this professional personnel to manage the facility for them. And so what we have advised the local authority, the MCE, is to quickly organize a NAPCO personnel who has a background in information studies or library studies, so that the library authority can train this personnel so that in the short term, at least there will be somebody there to manage the facility. Whilst within the medium to long term, we sort out and work with the Ghana Education Service to transfer an appropriate personnel to manage the facility full time for the benefit of the kids in that particular school.
Okay, and are there timelines we are working with on this?
As at yesterday, there was a conversation with the MCE. So we expect that, by next week, at least we expect that the MCE, because, the NAPCO personnel recruitment is decentralized. And so we expect that at the municipal level, within the next week, they can be able to get somebody for us to train the person to manage the facility.
Perfect. So we can call you back next week for updates on this?
Definitely. And I'll be glad to provide an update on it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hayford Siao, for being with us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
You at home for joining for this edition of Hello, Mr. President of Breakfast Daily. Again, if you have any issues in your community and you want policymakers to solve them, just take out your phone and record an up to 1 minute video. Send that video to us via the WhatsApp line 0550-585832 or the email hellomrpresidenttv@gmail.com. And every Wednesday at 9:30, we'll show the problems to the country and the entire world and call on to policymakers to solve them for you. Thank you at home for joining for this edition of Breakfast Daily. It's been my absolute pleasure hosting you. If you missed any segment of the show, just head on over to our YouTube page, CityTube, like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. My name is Jifa Ekia Amatam.